some grapes to get him out of the way. It's quite comfortable down there. Oh no, you've got to go in the hallway, darling. There we go, come on, let's go out. Sis. Come on. So he was going to take the camera with him, look. Okay, so Pilates, I will teach you through some different levels. It is good for helping to realign your spine, helps improve your balance and your posture, also whilst toning up through the core muscles, helps with the toning of your pelvic floor muscle. So that's the one, you know, if we might sneeze and kind of cross our legs, that's that kind of pelvic floor area that we're looking at. Just put my lamp on. Okay, so I'll do like a little bit of a mobility, which is going to get your heart rate up a tiny bit. We're not going to be dripping with sweat or anything. And then also it's going to help to mobilise and get the body ready for the work that we're going to do, okay? With everything, I don't know why it keeps going dark and light, sorry guys. With everything, only work within your own range of movement, okay? And as I said, I'll give you those different options. Try and just make sure you focus on your breathing, holding from the core, keeping the neutral spine, and I'm going to remind you of that all the way through. Okay, so standing nice and upright. Toes and knees point forwards, shoulders are down relaxed. Make sure that you are balanced and central. You've got an even distribution of body weight across both of your feet. You don't feel like you're lopsided, you don't feel like you're leaning too far forwards or too far backwards. Your body weight is even. We're finding neutral spine, so we're just tilting the pelvis gently forwards and backwards. We're finding the position where your back feels the most comfortable, that natural lordotic curve. Core muscles begin with the pelvic floor, the muscle from within. I want you to draw that pelvic floor up as if it's attached to a lift with 10 floors. So it's going as high as you can. Now that's quite difficult to maintain. You're going to take it down to floor number 5, and then down to floor number 3, and that's where you're going to leave it. Sorry, I've just had a few cashew nuts stuck in my teeth. Good, and then imagine you've got a belt around your middle. Pull the belt into notch number 10. Take it out to notch 5, out to notch 3, and keep it there. Morning, Maria. Hope you're okay. Maria, I saw my parents over the weekend, and my dad, I've told him about your book, and my dad was keen to read it, so I've given the book to my dad at the moment, and he's having a good read as well. So he's going to really enjoy that. So that belt is tightened around the middle. Notch number 3, so we've got our core muscles in place. Holding from our core and keeping our neutral spine. We're going to breathe from the rib cage. Hands on the ribs, fingertips touch. Take a deep breath in. So it's the lateral thoracic breathing and release. Deep breath in and release. Relax those arms down. Just begin to pedal through your feet one side to the other, raising up an alternating heel. Allowing those shoulders to gently rotate one way and then the other way. Lovely. Place the feet down. Lift all the way up onto the toes and release. Lift all the way up, lengthen and release. So we're going to take a big lunge forward with the left leg, lengthening the back leg, bringing the body forwards and down only as far as comfortable for you. Coming back into the middle and changing legs. So we're lengthening that back leg. We're landing that front foot flat with the toes and knees pointing forward. If you only want to go to there, that is absolutely fine. You're just doing one more on each leg, please. And then we're stepping out to the side, reaching up over and in, and the other way. Reach up, over and in. He'll really enjoy it, your book, Marie, because that's the kind of thing he likes, is that real life experience, history. up and over. Last one here, and then holding it in the middle. Taking 1 foot forward, point the toe, circle the leg round, lift the knee up and balance. Toe comes forward, circle the leg round, lift the knee up and balance. Again, toe forward, rotate, lift, balance, hold it there, ankle one way, and then the other. And place the foot down. Other leg forward, point the toe, circle the leg round, lift the knee and balance. Toe forward, all the way round, lift the knee and balance. Toe forward, rotate, lift, balance, hold. Ankle goes one way and the other, and place the foot down. Just allow your hips to rotate one way and the other. Holding it in the middle, arms come up, breathe in, breathe out, rotate, allow the arm to come round, breathe in and return. So as you rotate, you're just following the hand, looking over the shoulder, but we're trying to keep those hips fixed and still. One more to each side, and then we hold it here and relax those arms. Standing towards the back of your mat or whatever it is you're going to come down to the floor onto. Just breathe in, tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe out, begin the process of slowly rolling down through your back. Softening the knees, allowing the arms to hang and relax. Then when you're ready, breathe in. Gently begin to roll back up as you breathe out. Good. Relax those shoulders down. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, gently roll down. Soften the knees, allow the arms to hang and relax. And then when you're ready, carefully rebuild that back. So we're rolling down to come down to the floor this time, okay? So breathe in, chin in. Breathe out, gently roll down. At your lowest point, place the hands down. Walk them forwards, lower those knees to the floor. Now your hands are going to come out slightly wider than your chest, ready for your push-up, okay? So you're going to breathe in, lower the chest between the hands, and then breathe out and push all the way up. So on our hands and knees, in this box position, we're in level number 1. If you want to go further, your knees are going further away into a 3/4 position, level number 2. And if you want to go all the way, you're coming up onto those toes, breathe in to lower, breathe out to push up. Now you're working within your own range of movement. Whole breath in, yeah Denise you can, just pretend. Whole breath in as you gently lower, whole breath out as you carefully push up. Core muscles are in place, back is neutral. We did loads of press ups in my other class this morning, so my arms are a little bit like jelly. Good. And then one more to bring those hands in. So you've got your wrist, elbow, shoulder all in line with each other. Your back is flat and still, so we're not tilting, we're not dipping or arching. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, push one leg back. As you breathe in, drag that leg in. Other leg, push it away. Bring it back in. Now you could slide one hand out along the floor to match the movement of the leg. You could bring that leg up, level with the body, then gently lower and draw it back in. Now you can still add an arm with that movement as well. That's going to take it to level 3. You can do just the leg, or you could extend the arm and the leg and lift both of them. Now remember, your fingers and toes come down at your furthest points before you draw them back in. So it's with or without the arm, with or without the lifting of that leg. And what I want you to do is create friction resistance rather, between your foot and the floor. So as you're pushing out, you're feeling the lengthening coming from your core. Breathing out to lengthen. Breathing in as you gently lower and bring it in. With or without the arm, just sliding it along the floor or even lifting it at the same time as the leg. So in your swimming, we're strengthening from the core and the lumbar spine. I'd like you to complete one more with each leg. So 2 breaths in total. Once you've completed those 2, I'd like you to come down onto your forearms and elbows. Now, we're going to be doing a leg pull, but to build ourselves up, to build our strength up a little bit more, we're going to try and add just a little leg raise, okay? So, you're looking at the floor, you're drawing up your pelvis, okay, your knees are down. Then I just want you to raise very slightly one leg. Now, can you see? I've lifted this leg, but only a little bit. My toes can touch the floor. But if I flex my foot away, then the whole of that leg is up, yeah? So you could just keep that leg straight and hold it. If you can, take the foot away. If it's too much, and it might be too much, then just keep both legs down. Now, if you have got that one leg raised, I'd like you to lower it and change legs. It's not high. The toes could still touch the floor if you were to point your foot down. So unless you've got like size 12 feet, your legs shouldn't be right up there. Okay? Hold and breathe. So we're asking the body here to help us balance as well as strengthen. So we're really putting that core under pressure. And I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths, then lower that leg and lower that body. We're coming down into our swan dive. So our elbows are in line with our shoulders, our head is down. Touch your big toes together. Don't lift your legs, try not to squeeze your bottom, okay? Breathe in. As you breathe out, just peel the chest up. As you breathe in, gently lower. Breathe out, peel the chest up. Breathe in, gently lower. Now, a few key points here. You are not moving your neck. So you continue to look down. You're not coming up and moving that neck. Keep the head still. As well as that, you're making sure your belly button stays drawn up. Don't let the belly push down. Imagine there's a marble under the belly button, draw it up. If you want to go further, you can come all the way up to extended swan dive. Breathe in to lower. So you breathe out to lift, breathe in and hold, and then breathe out to come up further, breathe in to gently lower. Only going that bit further as long as it's comfortable. If it's aggravating your lower back, don't do it, just stay at that lower level. And you're literally only moving as far as comfortable for you. So I'm going to ask you please, in your swan dive, strength and mobility for your core and your lumbar spine for 2 more repetitions. Good. Once you've completed those 2, you're going to bring those arms in and you're going to come back to leg pull, knees down, level 1. Knees up, level 2, pull up your belly button. If you want level 3, all the way up onto those hands. Don't dip or arch the back. Level 4, breathe out as you lift, breathe in as you lower. Alternating from one leg to the other. But that movement, that lift, slow and controlled. Hold breath out to lift the leg, hold breath in to lower it. Or just continue to hold and breathe at your level. I'll often just do a level 1 here because I can feel it, so I know I'm benefiting from it, rather than going to too high and then not feeling it, not being able to control it, or I'm holding my breath instead of using full deep breaths. I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths. Then you're going to gently lower back down onto the front. Just going to get slightly at an angle, otherwise I can't lengthen out. And like your arms out, your legs out. Head is going to rest down on the floor. Point the fingers, point the toes, breathe in. As you breathe out, lift one arm and the opposite leg. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out, other side. Breathe in to lower. So you're breathing out to raise the arm and the opposite leg. And you're breathing in to release. Guys, any problem you can do just the leg or just the arm, okay? But keep that forehead down. Don't crank the neck. Nice lengthened neck. If you feel a bit claustrophobic, you can have your head raised very slightly, but don't crank the neck. Keep looking down at the floor. You've got to get the posture right. You've got to get the technique right. Again, we're drawing up the belly button, so that marble arm to the belly button. Breathe out as you lift, in as you release. I'm going to ask you please for 2 more. Once you've completed those 2, you can relax the arms. Good. And we're going to turn onto our side. Now we're going to come into side bend, which is an exercise for your waist. Elbow, shoulder. We don't want the arm far away. It's got to be a straight line. So base level, level 1, legs bent. All I want you to do is draw up the rib cage. So instead of being down there, you've drawn up your rib cage and hold. Level 1, sit. Head and neck in line with the spine. Level 2, breathe out as you lift, breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you lift, breathe in as you lower. You can add your arm to that movement, take it a little bit further. If you want to go further still, legs come out straight, breathe out as you lift, in as you release. You're just allowing that hip to come down, as if it was just going to kiss the mat and then comes away again. Yeah? So legs bent is going to be easier for you with or without the arm. Hip raises and lowers. All the time though, that rib cage stays drawn up. Just choose to hold it in place. I'm going to ask for 2 more breaths, please. And then you're going to gently release, lower, and lengthen all the way out. Head rests down on that arm. Point the fingers, point the toes, hips, knees, ankles, all one on top of the other. Breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both legs without rolling forwards or backwards. Hand is there for your balance. Now your top leg starts first. Breathe in. As you breathe out, kick the top leg forwards. Breathe in to return. Breathe out, kick the top leg forwards. Breathe in to return. I'm going to take that leg backwards. Breathe in to return. Now it only goes as far back as you can control. If your hips start to roll or your leg starts to bend, you've gone too far. I'm then going to take it a step further with both my legs moving. One goes forward, one goes back. Hand is there for balance at level 1. Take it away at level 2. You might even want to take it over. Now the option here is just that top leg on its own. Okay? But if you can, both legs. Keep those legs as straight as possible. The range of movement is entirely up to you, but as I say, if those hips are rolling, if you're compromising your posture, bring it in a bit, make it a bit smaller. I'm just going to ask you please for 2 more breaths. When you've done those 2 legs together, you can gently allow them to lower. Bring them in, give that hip a rub if you need to, and then you're going to push yourself to sit. Good. First of all, I want to come into reverse leg pull, which is an exercise which is going to work down the back of your arm through your triceps, okay? So your legs are bent, your feet are on the floor, your hands are going to come behind you. If you can, fingers point towards the bottom, okay? Now, level 1, if you've got any wrist problems or if you don't want to lift up, just push back into the hands and hold. Simple as that, okay? Otherwise, you're going to bring yourself up, hold and breathe. Don't drop your head. Head and neck are in line with the spine. Deep, full breaths. Hold and breathe. So this is reverse leg pull. If you want to go further, lengthen your legs, but don't drop the pelvis. Strengthen through the core and the lumbar spine. So I'm going to ask you please, whatever level you've chosen, for 3 more breaths. When you've done your 3, gently lowering down. Give those arms a little shake, those shoulders a little roll. Stay in your seated position for me here, please. I'd like you to bring your legs together. Breathe in, tilt the pelvis under, and we're just bringing our toes to the floor. So we've raised our heels. Breathe in. As you breathe out, I want you to kick across the body. Breathe in and return. Breathe out, kick the other leg. Breathe in and return. So you've got the leg going to the opposite wall. If you can, take toes off the floor. Your hands can always be there for a bit of support. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. It's coming across the body, but we're trying to keep both sides of the bottom on the floor. This is called the can-can, yeah? Not the can't. Breathe out as you kick. If you want to go further, both legs come out. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in and return. Toes staying off the floor. Both sides of the bottom staying on the floor. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. Or just that one leg. Remember, you can keep the toes down. It's going to make that easier for you. So please complete 2 more, 1 with each leg, or 2 if you're doing a double leg option. And once you've completed those, feet come down, and you're going to gently allow yourself to come all the way down onto your back. So as you come down on your back, I'd like you to lengthen your legs all the way out. I'm slightly angled here so my feet don't catch my computer desk. Shoulders down, relax, core muscles in, breathe in. As you breathe out, one leg comes up, point the toe to the ceiling. Breathe in. As you breathe out, slowly begin to allow that leg to lower. Now when it gets halfway, I want you to breathe in and hold. And then breathe out and continue all the way down. Breathe in, leg comes up, point the toe away. Breathe out, it slowly begins to lower. Gets halfway, breathe in, hold. Breathe out, continue all the way down. If you want to go further, both legs come up together. There's a slight tilt on your pelvis there, and then gently begin to lower. Now, whether you've got one leg or both legs moving, you need to make sure that that movement back down to the floor is slow and controlled. Now, your leg comes up quickly, but the slower you lower, the more effective, the harder you're going to work, okay? Now, there is a third option here. Both legs come up together. They then continue all the way over. So your toes get to the floor. You're then gently allowing the back to lower, vertebrae by vertebrae. Once the back is down, you can then continue to allow those legs to lower. Core muscles pulled in, don't let them dome. Good. So the option 3 is to take the legs over. If you're going to go to option 3, use 3 breaths, okay? Option 1 and 2 is just 2 breaths. Breathe out to lift, breathe in slowly, 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 breathe in, hold, breathe out, continue all the way down. So the slower you move, the harder you're going to work. With one or both of those legs. Strengthen through the core. I'm going to ask you for one more with each leg, or just one more with both, that double leg option. And when you've completed that, if you just bend your legs for me, please, placing those feet flat down on the floor. So legs bent, feet down. So make sure, first of all, that you've got your neutral, comfortable spine. Your core muscles are still drawn up, drawn in. You've got that tightened corset feeling around the centre of your body. Now, your heels are going to come slightly closer to your bottom, okay? So we're going to come into shoulder bridge first. Breathe in, tilt the pelvis under. So all I've done is tilt my pelvis, yeah? And then breathe out and lower. Breathe in, tilt. Imagine you've got a marble, you're rolling it from your pubic bone and you're catching it in your belly button, and then release. This time we're going to go further. Breathe in and tilt. Then breathe out, bringing the vertebrae up one by one. So you're lifting that back up off the floor. Try not to squeeze the bottom. Then breathe in, hold it, breathe out, start to gently lower. Starting with the top vertebrae one by one, and then allowing that tailbone down last. So breathe in and tilt, breathe out and lift. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out, begin to gently lower. Don't let those knees wobble. Try and resist letting those feet come off the floor. Good. Now, if you want to go further, breathe in, arms over. Breathe out, arms back down. Breathe in, nothing. Breathe out, gently begin to lower, vertebrae by vertebrae. Breathe in, tilt. Breathe out, lift. Core muscles in place. Breathe in, arms over. Breathe out, arms down. Breathe in, nothing. Breathe out, lower. So you've got to come back down. You're lowering back to the floor with an exhale, okay? You're coming up on an inhale. You're going down on an exhale. Don't let those legs touch or those knees drop out. And I'm going to ask you in your shoulder bridge, with or without those arms. I've got a zip on my trousers and the little pulley bit keeps digging in. Good. I'm going to ask for that one more. When you've completed that, stay with that body down. And just take those feet a little bit further away from the bottom. When you're ready, you'll breathe in, and as you breathe out, you'll lift one leg up into right angle. Don't drop the heel. We're going to come from a one leg stretch into a scissor, just with this one leg. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lengthen. Imagine I've pulled your toes away. As you breathe in, return to right angle. Breathe out, touch the foot down. Breathe in, lift it up. Breathe out, lengthen. Breathe in, return. Breathe out, lower, touch the foot to the floor. Breathe in, lift. So you're allowing that leg to be pulled away from your body, keeping everything else in place. Two separate movements. If one of those movements is uncomfortable for any reason, then just do the one that's okay. Now if you did want to work a little bit harder, you can bring the other leg up, but let's keep it still. Breathing out as it pulls away, breathing in as it returns. Breathing out as it lowers, breathing in as it lifts. Strengthen through the core and the lumbar spine. I'd like you to do one more of each with this leg, please. Once you've completed those, allow that foot to come back down. Before you change legs, just check. Core muscles, neutral spine. Breathing. Breathe in as you breathe out, lift that other leg up. Breathe in, hold breath out, pull the leg away. Hold breath in, bring it in, keeping it bent. Breathe out, touch the foot down. Breathe in, lift it up. Breathe out, extend. Breathe in, return. Keep it bent. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift. This other leg stays nice and still. Don't let that knee wobble away. One of those moves is uncomfortable, just do the one that's okay. If you want to go further, you're bringing the other leg up to that right ankle position and just keep it still. Now your movements should be slow and controlled. If you're moving fast, you need to slow down your breathing, okay? So with your one leg stretch and your scissor, please complete 2 more of each, so 4 breaths in total. Core muscles in place, neutral spine in place. And then we've got 2 exercises to do on the other side of our body. Once you've completed this one, the scissor and the one leg stretch, you can allow yourself to take a nice long body stretch if you'd like to. When you're ready, please feel free to take a drink, by the way. When you're ready, you're going to turn onto your other side, elbow under the shoulder, hoisting up the rib cage. You've got this open, this clear area underneath the body. Stay here if it's enough. You don't have to go further. Just by pulling up the rib cage, you're already working the obliques, okay? But if you do want to go further, breathe in. Breathe out to lift, breathe in to lower. You're coming up, not over, okay? If you wanted to, you can then add the arm. Breathe out as you lift, in as you release. Good. And then your last option is to take those legs out straight. Breathe out as you lift, breathe in as you lower. Strengthening through the body, through the obliques, the core, the lumbar spine. And you're going to take 2 more for me, please. Then you're going to allow yourself to lower and lengthen out. Now my arm is fully extended. I know you can't see it from where you are, but it is out. I've got to come further up, or else I'm going to kick my unit. Hand is there for balance. Breathe in as you breathe out. Both legs raised. They're currently in line with your body, which should be in a nice long line. Point the fingers, point the toes. Hand is there for balance. Top leg, breathe in. As you breathe out, kick the top leg forwards. As you breathe in, return. Breathe out, kick it forwards. Breathe in, return. Let's try it going backwards. At this point, we're keeping the bottom leg still. Good, and then we're going to go one forwards, one back. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. All the time, those toes are pulled away on both feet. If you then want to go further, you can try taking the hand away, and then you could add the bottom leg as well. Breathing out to kick, in to return. Breathing out to kick, and in to return. Making sure that while you're moving here, everything else stays in place. So core muscles are engaged, neutral spine. Those legs are moving with control. They're not kicking, they're controlling. Keeping them as straight as possible. Don't bend those knees. I'm going to ask you please for one more in each direction. And then legs come together. And we can lower them down. Good. Bring it in. Give that hip a little bit of a rub if you need to. So we are going to take a slow process of coming back up to stand. Okay? First of all, bring yourself round. Fox position. We're going to take a cat stretch round the spine, chin into the chest, and then release. Breathe in round the spine, chin into the chest. Breathe out, release. Sit back on your heels, lengthen those arms, so we've come into what's called the child's pose. That's going to give us a nice little stretch around the shoulders and through our glutes. So we did those push-ups right at the beginning. We've done a side bend, so we put pressure on our arms, our shoulders, and that reverse leg pull. Hands come towards the knees. If you need to hold on to anything to help you up, that is absolutely fine. You're going to curl the toes under, push back to crouched position, chin in. When you're ready, place the feet flat, and then slowly begin that process, rolling up, rebuilding that spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to the top. And once you get to the top, relax the shoulders. Make sure you're balanced and central, gently rocking side to side, forwards, backwards. We've got that even distribution of body weight across the feet. We're lifting up onto our toes. Are we balanced? And release. Good. Lifting up onto the toes. Balance. And release. Good. One last time. Lift up onto the toes. Balance. Just see if you can close your eyes and stay there. And release. Well done. So that is your Pilates for today. I hope you enjoyed it. We are back at 4 o'clock with legs, bumps and tums. We're back at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning with more Pilates. Thanks for joining in. Well done. And I will see you again very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.